Alright, this is Weapon X Reacts, and we're back with another video, and this is gonna be a review of the assassination of Jesse James by the coward, Robert Ford. This movie is an absolute masterpiece that I totally recommend you watch. It's even directed by Andrew Dominic, and I think this is his best film he has ever directed. And it's a lot better than his new film, Blonde. This movie stars Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck, and they both give powerful performances. I'm gonna break down the plot of this film. So, Robert Ford idolizes Jesse James, an outlaw, and tries hard to join his reforming criminal group, but slowly becomes resentful of the leader and decides to kill him. This is definitely a movie that we don't get in Hollywood anymore. This movie right here really has some of the best cinematography ever put on film, and it was done by Roger Deakins. His visuals are like paintings. And if you want an example, watch Blade Runner 2049. But what he did right here was great. He really showed how dangerous the world of this film is. One thing that I like about this movie is that it's well written. It's almost like the people that wrote this film actually have the talent to write movies, because they wrote a story that was powerful and tragic at the same time. I'm gonna show you the trailer of the film.
His children didn't know how their father made his living, or why they so often moved. They didn't even know their father's name. He regretted neither his robberies nor the 17 murders that he laid claim to. And on September 5th, 1881, Jesse James was 34 years old. Can't believe I'm sitting with none other than Jesse James. Many's the night I stayed up, my eyes open, my mouth open, just reading about your escapades. They're all lies, you know. It is interesting in many ways you and I overlap. You're the youngest of 3 James boys, and I'm the youngest of 5 Ford boys. You have blue eyes, I have blue eyes. You're 5 feet 8 inches tall, I'm 5 feet 8 inches tall. I honestly believe I'm destined for great things, Mr. James. You give me signs that make me wonder. Maybe your mind's been changed about me. Can't figure it out. You won't be like me, or you won't be me.
Think it's all made up, don't you? Think it's all yarns and newspaper stories. He's just a human being.
Look at my red hands and my mean face. I wonder about that man that's gone so wrong. I've been a nobody all my life. I know I won't give this one opportunity, and you can bet your life I'm not gonna spoil it. Seems to me you have something to confess. You spit it out now.
Nick Cave's score for this film was just something else, and I'm gonna be showing you an example right now. See that? It really fits the tone of the film. It's tragic and poignant. That's why I love this film. I want to explain Robert Ford's character in this film. He was basically just a teenager that just wanted to fit in to Jesse James's gang, and he did. He was desperately seeking approval from everyone that he got the opposite effect. It made him nothing more than just a coward and a killer. And I have to give a lot of respect to Casey Affleck's acting in this film. He was easily the best part about this film. And his character development was perfect. Okay, so Sam Rockwell is also in this, and he does a great job. His character was so tragic. It's because he saw the depression that Jesse James was having, and it affected him so much that it drove him to suicide. I want to explain the ending of the film. So after Robert Ford killed Jesse James, he regretted it. He even went all the way to Dorothy to explain why he killed him. And he even said this. He wanted people to applaud, and nobody did. He regretted everything that he did, especially of when he killed Jesse James. It became part of his life. And at the end, he got killed the same way Jesse James got killed. When the police approached him right at a bar, the film pauses as we see his face. This movie's use of narration is excellent, and the opening scene is a great example of this.
He was growing into middle age and was living then in a bungalow on Woodland Avenue. He installed himself in a rocking chair and smoked a cigar down in the evenings as his wife wiped her pink hands on an apron and reported happily on their 2 children. His children knew his legs, the sting of his mustache against their cheeks.
This is how you do a biopic.
They didn't know how their father made his living, or why they so often moved. They didn't even know their father's name. He was listed in the city directory as Thomas Howard, and he went everywhere unrecognized and lunched with Kansas.
Also, whoever wrote this movie totally deserves a lot of respect from me.
City shopkeepers and merchants, calling himself a cattleman or commodities investor. Someone rich and leisured who had the common touch. He had 2 incompletely healed bullet holes in his chest and another in his thigh. He was missing the nub of his left middle finger and was cautious lest that mutilation be seen. He also had a condition that was referred to as granulated eyelids, and it caused him to blink more than usual, as if he found creation slightly more than he could accept. Rooms seemed hotter when he was in them. Rains fell straighter. Clocks slowed. Sounds were amplified. He considered himself a Southern loyalist and guerrilla in a civil war that never ended. He regretted neither his robberies nor the 17
That shot is really good.
September 5th, in the year 1881. He was 34 years old.
It really helps it really helps the movie, doesn't it? That's just how good this movie is. And if you liked it, please subscribe and like the video right now. You should know that this movie is a lot better than all the modern bullshit Hollywood pushes today, because do you know why we watch movies? We watch movies to escape from reality and not to get hit with the agenda every single time, because people are getting sick and tired of it. Every single gang member that worked for Jesse James, they all died in this film. And they were all well written. And I want to talk about Jesse James' character for a little bit. He is seen as this Robin Hood type character, but actually he is a psychopathic outlaw. I want to show you this scene.
Members were now either dead or in prison. So for their last robbery at Blue Cut, the brothers recruited a gang of petty thieves and country rubes, culled from the local hillsides.
I just don't give a damn. Glad I fought to get her. I only wish we'd won. I ain't asked any pardon for anything I done. Hates the Yankee nation. Everything I do. Hate the Declaration of Hates the glorious Union. Is dripping with our blood. By the banner. It's all I could. Right on schedule, Buck. Snuff those lanterns. Those fools are gonna trip and shoot each other in females. I can find them husbands if they do.
This film gives me Red Dead Redemption 2 vibes, and I love it. Did you know that Red Dead Redemption 2 was inspired by this scene?
This mini security.
I'm gonna get into my conclusion of this review. This was an amazing film, and definitely one of the best westerns ever made. It is underrated, and it's an American tragedy that is totally worth your time, and it's much better than modern Hollywood garbage. Okay, so anyway, that's all I got for today. Go away now, and always remember, strike back like a weapon against wokeness.